Apu, this is me and see what they have done to my picture. I wanted to kill myself.
Why is there an anti-India sentiment in the campus? Where did that come from?
They are saying against India.
Sense of fear in the campus? Are people scared? Were you a part of the July uprising that happened, and what role did you have in it? और वहाँ basically लिखा हुआ है खूनी मतलब कातिल. इंडिया के ईस्टर्न सरहद के पार बांग्लादेश में जब इलेक्शंस होते हैं तो वो सिर्फ एक पॉलिटिकल इवेंट नहीं रहता है. जब यहाँ पॉलिटिक्स शिफ्ट होती है तो उसका डायरेक्ट इम्पैक्ट इंडिया पे भी महसूस होता है.
If we see the Indian media outlets, they are extremely spreading propaganda about Bangladesh.
2024 में हसीना सरकार को गिराए जाने के बाद शेख हसीना ने इंडिया में शेल्टर लिया.
We did not have our own voice.
That's inhuman in the way the dormitories used to work.
But it is true that minorities are being attacked. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Because there's communal elements in throughout the subcontinent.
आज बांग्लादेश अपने सबसे हिस्टोरिक इलेक्शंस की तरफ बढ़ रहा है.
So things are getting more tensed actually.
Elected members of the students' body is going around and beating them up. When there's a famous artist from India who sings, or a famous player from India who bats, there are still plenty of people who are fans of those people.
और इसीलिए जिस्ट ग्राउंड पे है ढाका में ज़मीनी हकीकत को और यहाँ के भावनाओं को समझने के लिए मैं अश्मिता और जिस्ट के लिए मेरी पहली ग्राउंड रिपोर्ट. और आज हम उस कैंपस में हैं जहाँ से बांग्लादेश की सियासत बार बार बदली है. That's quite a strong graffiti here. वहाँ बेसिकली लिखा हुआ है, ये शेख मुजीबुर रहमान का पोस्टर है और वहाँ बेसिकली लिखा हुआ है खूनी मतलब कातिल. ये पूरे कैंपस में बहुत जगहों पे हम लोगों को इतने ग्राफिटीज मिले हैं. आई थिंक दीज आर रेमिनेंट्स ऑफ द रेवोल्यूशन दैट हैपेंड फ्रॉम द कैंपस इन August 2024, जुलाई इन August 2024. बांग्लादेश की पॉलिटिक्स को समझने के लिए ढाका यूनिवर्सिटी को समझना जरूरी है. ये कैंपस सिर्फ प्रोटेस्ट का स्पेस नहीं है. यहीं से पॉलिटिकल डायरेक्शन बार बार सेट होती रही है. 1952 का लैंग्वेज मूवमेंट हो, 1971 का लिबरेशन वॉर या 1990 में मिलिट्री रूल के खिलाफ उठा अपराइजिंग, हर पॉलिटिकल टर्निंग पॉइंट पर स्टूडेंट्स फ्रंट पर थे. और 2024 में भी कोटा रिफॉर्म्स के खिलाफ शुरू हुआ स्टूडेंट प्रोटेस्ट धीरे धीरे एक नेशन वाइड मूवमेंट में बदल गया. अगस्त 2024 में सरकार के टॉपल होने के बाद ढाका यूनिवर्सिटी एक बार फिर नेशनल चर्न का सेंटर बन गया. आज यहाँ सिर्फ पास्ट को याद नहीं किया जा रहा है, फ्यूचर पर भी खुलकर बहस हो रही है. कौन पॉलिटिक्स को रिप्रेजेंट करेगा, कौन नैरेटिव सेट करेगा और कौन पावर के सेंटर के करीब होगा, ये सवाल कैंपस के अंदर खुले तौर पर उठ रहे हैं. इंडिया के लिए इस कैंपस के सेंटिमेंट को समझना इसलिए ज़रूरी है क्योंकि अक्सर यहीं से पहला संकेत मिलता है कि बांग्लादेश किस दिशा में सोच रहा है. You know, the reason why I've come here is because Dhaka University has been the hub of all political movements and revolution since ages. The fact that Dhaka University मतलब यहाँ पे स्थापना भी एक political reason की वजह से ही हुआ है. What is the political situation or what is the current situation at Dhaka University?
As you said before that the Dhaka University, it's not only renowned by its academic excellence, also here the Dhaka University is more than a university. It's a political campus, we usually say it. And Dhaka University is the playmaker of the past events and struggles of this country. This is a renowned sculpture here in Dhaka University.
Okay.
And this is called Oparajoy Bangla.
Oparajoy Bangla
Means
undefeated
Bengal.
Bengal.
Uh,
But
and
here
this
Bengal
is
means Bangladesh, right?
obviously, and this is a symbol of our struggle of independence or struggle of emancipation. Back in 1971, in 2nd March of 1971, here uh, the first uh, first freedom flag of Bangladesh was held on.
You were you a part of the July uprising that happened, and what role did you have in it, and why did you take part in that?
Okay, after 2 years of the uprising, we know that there are many mechanism was held, but I must say, I proudly say that I was a part of this uprising which held in 2024, and
Okay.
it was my responsibility to do so. After the uprising, we saw that the previous the previous system was not গন। এখানে একটা অ্যান্টি ইন্ডিয়া সেন্টিমেন্ট দেখানোটা এটা আসলে হচ্ছে আমার কাছে মনে হয় যে এইখানকার যেই দেশবিরোধী অপশক্তি আছে তাদের জন্য খুব কাজের, এবং বর্ডারের ওই পারে যেই বিজেপি সরকার তাদের জন্যও ব্যাপারটা আসলে খুব কাজের। তো আমি মনে করি যে আর কি আমি না শুধুমাত্র এই দেশের মানুষ মনে করে যে ভারতের যেই জনগণ তাদের সঙ্গে আমাদের কখনো কোনো বিরোধ ছিল না। আমরা যেই প্রতিবেশী রাষ্ট্র হিসেবে একজন আরেকজনের সঙ্গে যেই সৌহার্দ্যমূলক সম্পর্ক, যেই সম্মানের সঙ্গে সমমর্যাদার সঙ্গে যেই নাগরিকত্ব থাকা উচিত, নিজেদের মধ্যে সমমর্যাদার বন্ধুত্ব থাকা উচিত, সেই বন্ধুত্বে আমি মনে করি যে বাংলাদেশের মানুষ, ভারতের মানুষ তারা সবাই হচ্ছে মানে একই জিনিসটা মনে করে।
Because I live beside the campus and really concerned about what's happening in the campus, because Dhaka University campus and its politics play a vital role in national politics also. So things are getting more tensed actually, and also the students are being involved in the national politics. Like the student wings of the big parties, they are trying to manipulate general students. Okay. So
To vote for them, vote for their
also
party.
vote for
like
them,
that?
also spreading the propagandas.
What do you
and
mean
other
by
things.
propaganda? What kind of propaganda
Propaganda
are they
means
spreading?
actually the fake news, the fake photocard, and other things.
ढाका यूनिवर्सिटी के मेजर स्टूडेंट ग्रुप्स नेशनल पॉलिटिकल पार्टी से जुड़े होते हैं, इसीलिए कैंपस के स्टूडेंट विंग्स पर सबकी नजर होती है। 2025 के कैंपस इलेक्शंस में इस्लामी छात्र शिविर जमाती इस्लामी की स्टूडेंट विंग ढाका यूनिवर्सिटी सेंट्रल स्टूडेंट्स यूनियन में मेजॉरिटी सीट्स जीतकर आगे निकली। 1971 के बाद ये पहली बार है जब किसी इस्लामिस्ट अलाइंड ग्रुप ने कैंपस पर इतनी डोमिनेंस दिखाई। इस रिजल्ट को फरवरी 2026 के नेशनल इलेक्शन से पहले एक ब्रॉडर पॉलिटिकल सिग्निफिकेंस के हिसाब से देखा जा रहा है। Why is there an anti-India sentiment in the campus? Where did that come from?
I think what has happened is there has always been a very sort of politically aware, anti-expansionist critique of India that has always been there. I myself have been very vocal about those issues in the past, even in the army regime, which has nothing to do with the religious identity of India. It's very interesting that there's so much critique of India and there's so much hatred of India and vice versa and of these sorts. But when there's a famous artist from India who sings, or a famous player from India who bats, there are still plenty of people who are fans of those people. They play Bollywood songs everywhere in Bangladesh. Like that's what I'm trying to say. Like it's not. It is being projected as such. Like this is sort of a cultural battle. This is sort of a religious battle.
Right.
And the right wing wants it to be such, because there's communal elements in throughout the subcontinent, and that has sort of plagued our politics for 100 years or even more. So, but what is important to distinguish is like there are still people who go to India for a lot of reasons, for business reasons, people who would like to go to India for medical reasons.
Yeah.
And there's a cultural exchange. There are people who need to go to India for religious reasons. There are plenty of Muslims in India who go to the shrine, plenty of Muslims in Bangladesh who go to the shrines in India. There are plenty of Hindus in Bangladesh who go to India for religious purposes. So I think there has to be a sort of solid critique from Bangladesh about the geopolitical hegemony that India holds over us in various forms. But at the same time, it has to combat the sort of communal element to it, which sort of gets the microphone more often than those logical, rational critiques.
But what is happening right now against, I mean, this clearly, the logical geopolitical critique is not happening against India. So what is happening?
I think in a lot of cases, anti-India hatred is sort of becoming a populist rhetoric to sort of divert from other important issues. And oftentimes, because the reactionary politics cannot offer any sort of critical solution to what is going on and how it should be dealt with, rather what it does is it tags or brands anyone it does not like as pro-Indian, and then sort of lends legitimacy to sort of brutalize or crush it. This is something that we see when we see what has happened in Prathamalo, Daily Star, Udichi, or China. But even in the campus, there is this sort of politics, but if you see, it does not really hold much sway over most of the students in Dhaka University.
ये जो जगह है, ये वो ऐतिहासिक जगह है जहाँ से काफ़ी पॉलिटिकल डिसीजंस, काफ़ी पॉलिटिकल आइडियोलॉजीज बने हैं. एंड दिस इज़ द हिस्टोरिक मधुर कैंटीन एज दे कॉल इट इन एट द ढाका यूनिवर्सिटी. इसकी भी हिस्ट्री आपको बताएंगे हम अंदर. लेकिन बांग्लादेश के इतिहास के साथ ये सारे जगह बहुत माइन्यूटली रिलेटेड है. I think all of these places are very minutely related with the Bangladesh history. जो मधुर कैंटीन है, ये मोधुदा जो यहाँ का कैंटीन चलाते थे, उनके नाम पर ये कैंटीन है. उनको पाकिस्तानी आर्मी ने 1971 के टाइम पे मार दिया था. एंड ये कैंटीन हमेशा से ही बहुत ही इम्पॉर्टेंट रहा है बांग्लादेश के लिए, ढाका के लिए, बिकॉज इसी कैंटीन में बैठ के जो पॉलिटिकल लीडर्स है, पॉलिटिकल थॉट है लोगों के, वो यहाँ पे ग्रो किया है. उन लोगों ने वो लोग यहीं पे डिस्कस करते थे, बी इट द लैंग्वेज मूवमेंट, बी इट 1971 वॉर, लिबरेशन मूवमेंट, और द 2024 जुलाई अपराइजिंग. इस कैंटीन से जो पॉलिटिकल लीडर्स है वो काफ़ी क्लोजली जुड़े हुए हैं. और हम अंदर भी चलेंगे और देखेंगे हाउ द कैंटीन लुक्स लाइक राइट नाउ.
Apu, this is me, and see what they have done to my picture. And I think another edited picture, you can see that this is AI, literally we can see that, but they want to dehumanize us, and they want to slut shame us, and they want to dominate us in politics. That in Bangladesh, women in politics is seen negatively. They have threatened me of rape threat. This is a gender-based threat that adds up to death threat. And we women not only get death threat and also get rape threats also.
So मतलब आप कह रहे हो कि जस्ट बिकॉज आप पॉलिटिक्स में आपने आवाज़ उठाई है, इसलिए आपको रेप थ्रेट्स, डेथ थ्रेट्स मिल रहे हैं. एंड वाज देयर अ पर्टिकुलर रीजन व्हाई दे, आई मीन देयर इज नो, आई थिंक देयर इज नेवर जस्टिफिकेशन फॉर एनीथिंग लाइक दिस, बट when you see this, how do you feel? Like what goes on in your mind?
First time I got traumatized because it never happened to me. It was first time for me, and I felt so low that I wanted to kill myself, but I literally gained courage, and I stood again and again and again. And I think no one after July got so many hate hate speeches against me. No one. I am the at least hate speech থেকে আমি মনে হয় সবচেয়ে প্রথম আর কি।
Why you? Why were they targeting you?
They are really targeting me because I am opponent party student leader, and also they are targeting women who are not their side.
Who is this they?
They, we can see that our women gets threats or any type of shame. They are affiliated or they are supported by Jamaat Islami and also far right organizations.
So this is the Dhaka University Central Students Union office, which is the elected student body at Dhaka University, जिनका ऑफिस है. तो हम अंदर जाके इनमें से किसी से बात करने की कोशिश करेंगे, and we trying to speak with people from the ruling party currently at the university. This is a picture from the July uprising. How do you think the campus has seen a change since the July uprising?
Of course, I have to say it's a radical change. During the last 16 years of tyranny and fascist regime, we did not have our own voice. And whole university was not an educational institution, rather it must be said as political institution.
There is a very volatile anti-India sentiment around Bangladesh. And how does Chhatra Shibir or maybe not Daksu but Chhatra Shibir feel about that? And why is that so?
Our stance is very clear. Bangladesh is a sovereign country, independent country. It has to be treated with their own dignity. If someone tries to use our country or land as their sublet colony, we will not allow them. In the last 16 years of Hasina regime, Hasina was nothing but a puppet of Indian government. She acted what India ordered. I have to say it specifically what Modi ordered. All the Indian interest has been served by Sheikh Hasina. If it goes against the sentiment of the people of Bangladesh, so therefore the oust of Sheikh Hasina is labeled as the oust of Indian hegemony in our country. So our specific stance is we are not against India as a country because India is our neighboring country. The people of India have a good connection with us. Some of them are coming to Bangladesh and we go to India for many reasons. So as a country, as an entity, we do not have any collision with India. But our problem is with Indian hegemony and the cultural aggression. They are trying to rule over our country. They are trying to just keep our government in their pockets and order them and push them to work what they order. We cannot let it happen.
So
The problem is if someone says we are acting like a colony of India, then we will protest it. If someone says we are neighbor of India, we are happy with them. India is our neighbor, we are the neighbor of India, and this relation has to be based on fair and justice.
there are allegations that a lot of the anti-India sentiment is coming out as anti-minority sentiment in Bangladesh, and there are attacks on minorities around the country, and there is also the allegation that there are communally divisive forces that are at play inside the university as well. How do you feel?
So when you say there are some talks, then I have to ask who said that, who propagated that. If we see the Indian media outlets, they are extremely spreading propaganda about Bangladesh. You have come to Bangladesh. Did you see any communal collision? Did you see any communal violence? There are a dormitory which is called Jagannath Hall, which is for only non-Muslim students.
But it is true that minorities are being attacked. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Yes, it has doubt. If you label Awami activist as minority, I have to protest that, because there are some minority activists who were closely aligned, closely involved with Awami League, and they did what Awami League did during the last 16 years. Say, for example, if a Hindu or if a Buddhist attacked on me, violated my human right during last 16 years, if I caught him and get him into the jail, is this attack on minority? I don't
But
think.
are you just catching them and putting them in jail? Because the kind of reports I have read, there are reports of people being killed.
No. This is totally false allegation. And India, what should I say? Warmly request India not to propagate.
This is not
to-
just Indian media who's reporting this. This is global media who's reporting it. There is also Bangladeshi media who's reporting on this.
I didn't see any Bangladeshi media or any global media spreading this. If you have watched them, please bring them. The problem is I have got only 7 incidents where a person from minority group some of them are given to the jail, some of them are beaten by the local people, but the reason was not their religious status. The main reason was they were involved with Awami League, they tortured the local people, and they were actively participating in the genocide of July uprising. So if someone is involved with these atrocities, so should I label them as Hindu? Should I label them as a Muslim? Should I label them as a Christian? It doesn't matter, irrespective of their religion. I have to consider him as a criminal.
Absolutely. You can
as-
consider
as
somebody
part-
as a criminal
Yes.
and initiate a process against them. There is law for it.
Yeah.
Shooting them in broad daylight is
no one
not.
should. No one should.
I mean, there are
one
cases
should.
for it.
No one should illegally. Everybody has gone through the execution, the legal process. But if you consider 1 or 2 minor incident as an attack on community, I think this information is not as a whole correct. There might be, you see, there are a lot of Muslims who were beaten by Muslims just because they are part of Awami League. They are given to the jail just because they are Awami League. And most of the Awami activists who are now in jail, they are Muslim community. So it doesn't mean that we are torturing Muslim community or we are torturing Hindu community. Those who have done crime, they have to gone through the legal process. And if there is some minimum or minor incident, we are trying to overcome that, and we don't support them if there is any communal collision. And after July uprising, you have seen the madrasa student, the Muslim people are guarding the mandirs just because we don't like communal violence, we don't want it to be happen. And Sheikh Hasina used this minority tool for their political purposes. There were a lot of accidents or incidents where the temples were broken, the what should I say, the icons were broken. It was done by Awami activists, and they created this chaos for their political purposes. And after July uprising, we want to have our country based on insaf, based on justice, and based on equal rights irrespective of their religious identity.
Just today morning, sorry, this is the last question, but just today morning, the minority community organized a press conference, and this was Hindu, Bauddha, Christian Unity Council, and they believe they are not safe to be able to even vote in the election. And they are requesting the government to, ensure safety and security. And this sort of a pressure was needed for them because there have been incidents around the country. So, I mean, that's how I am.
No, minority trauma is very common throughout the world.
So this
in
is-
India, I would like to explain. In India, Muslims, if you do not do anything upon them, still they feel they are not safe because it's part of our minority trauma. So, of course, Hindus, Buddhists, they have this trauma as well in our country. But what we need to do, that is to create this equal or congenial environment for them so that they can feel safe. This is our challenge, as people say majority, but I don't believe in majority and minority division. But still, since we are Muslim, it's our responsibility and challenge to feel them, yes, although you are minority, but you will have the equal opportunity in this country, because Bangladesh is a diversified country. It has Hindus, Buddhists, Christians, and there are Marma, Chakma, a lot of communities are there. So it's our challenge, and we have taken this challenge that we will make a country based on justice where every community will feel that he is part of this country, he has the equal right, and he will enjoy this equal right, inshallah. So therefore, we take their concern as positive as we expect. Of course, they must have some concern for their surroundings, for their neighboring areas. We will ensure safety for them, and that's what our challenge is. Thank you.
Thank you so much for talking to us. Thank you so much. ढाका यूनिवर्सिटी को अक्सर उसकी पॉलिटिक्स के लिए देखा जाता है, लेकिन कैंपस के अंदर जो हमने देखा वो सिर्फ स्लोगन्स या फैक्शंस नहीं थे, एक अनसर्टेनिटी भी थी। स्टूडेंट्स जो ये सोच रहे हैं कि बदले हुए सिस्टम में उनकी जगह कहाँ है, और शायद ये सवाल सिर्फ ढाका यूनिवर्सिटी का नहीं बल्कि पूरे बांग्लादेश का है।